Hello, more Bazaar. Today is patch day, patch 14. These patch notes came out early, so this video will be out early. This is actually dropping tomorrow on the 6th. This update mainly focuses on adding a bunch of new monsters, some new neutral items. There's some new encounters, which is exciting. There's a lot of new legendaries, it looks like, some new loot items. The addition of a bunch of new skills, changes to pre-existing monsters, some encounter changes. I believe Colt got changed. And then, of course, you have your usual, balancing changes to all of the heroes and, redesigns for some of their items. Very cool stuff in there, too. I also got to say, it's a very small thing, but I do appreciate these patch notes looking a little nicer. I like the addition of the images here because, like, maybe you don't know what Hands of Time is just from the name alone. There you go. It's a small thing, but I do appreciate it. Anyway, there's not a whole lot visually going on for this video, by the way. Maybe just check this in on the background. I will be reading through all of the patch notes and giving my thoughts on stuff. Anyway, let's get right into it. So first off, new content. There's a bunch of new monsters. So first off, we have Happy Camper, a day 1 silver tier monster. There was a trailer for this, by the way, the new update. I will link that in the description. Anyway, his board, we don't know what the skill is up here. Silver dog skill. Cinders, an item we'll show in a second here. He has the Karnok axe, which gives you rage when using adjacent friend or tool. He has fiery trail mix, which is interesting. It's a pretty good hit on Jules. And then also a skewer and a citrus. And then if I had to take a guess, it looks like he has like 80, 90 HP. So definitely not a nothing fight. And I think he's gonna kind of farm like new bronze Vanessas. Taking like a katana and double barrel into that fight and then just sitting there watching him regen to full. I guess that's just how Kyber Drone is. But he does... I do wonder if the day 1 monsters are going to be set up a little differently now, because you could run into a situation where like you kind of do nothing for the first 2 hours. It's not uncommon. Sometimes it happens. So you have like nothing and then you walk into the fight and it's like Happy Camper, Viper, Kimono, and you would just lose that, right? So maybe you just have to go to a shop now in those first 2 hours. To be fair, you probably should be anyway, but something to maybe think about. We'll see how that plays out. Calico, a day 2 fight. I don't believe they showed this one in the trailer, so who knows what that is. I would assume it has Calico on the board. Shocking, I know. And then same thing with Overbearing Teacher, a day 3 bronze fight. Castaway Corsair, a day 3 diamond fight. Okay, so he's gonna be pretty tough. I love this guy's art. It looks lovely just based off the trailer. I mean, probably a pet rock, it's in the art. And then probably also like a water skin he's got. Is he like infested with shit? Huh. Oh yeah, he definitely is. Look at his limbs. Oh no. Lovely, terrible art. Wonder what Overbearing Teacher is going to be. Day 3 bronze fight. Probably Orly. I don't know what else. Maybe a Book of Secrets. Maybe. Overwhelmed Student. I could also see that for. Again, boards for these haven't been shown. Not a spy. I love this guy's art, man. Look at this. It's great. Oh, same thing with this guy. I love Gen Z Pig. Incredible. Surly Merchant, a day 3 bronze tier fight. Let's see, Big is a day 7 silver. Not a Spy is a day 6 silver. I would imagine he has disguise, right? That's my best guess. Lost Hero is a day 9 diamond fight. This guy was shown. So he has Fort, Flambridge, which is an item that I wouldn't be shocked if people haven't seen. This is a 200 damage weapon, or at least it was, that does quadruple crit damage. It's a bit of a meme. This thing had a worse win rate than like Briefcase. Its cooldown is like 9 seconds, by the way. It used to be on Lord of the Waste. Anyway, but he's got Fort and then that, so it's given multicast, and then a gold hunter's book or whatever it's called, the shit that gives crit equal to its value. Looks like it's golden, so it's double that, and then an abacus to scale that even further. There's an heirlooms over here, so it makes a little bit of shield. Aquilin ink, I think mostly just for vibes. Doesn't look like it does all that much there. Skill, we don't know what, and then plus, like, this is interesting because this is currently, yeah, plus 30 damage. So I guess this thing might be dealing what, 270? That doesn't seem right. It seems like an odd number to have a weapons base damage at 270. Maybe this means strength skills got buffed. I guess we'll just see in the patch notes later, right? He's also got lethargy at gold, and then the first 8 times you use a relic each fight, regen 5. Anyway, for a diamond fight, when he shows up, this is doing on, if both of these crit, this is 1,500 damage, I believe. Because of 300 and then quadruple crit, 1,200 on top of that. So you're taking 3,000 per swing of this, which to be fair is really slow, but you're really slow because it's adding 3 seconds to your cooldowns. So I don't know. It looks like in most cases he's going to have to swing twice anyway, which is a long time. So you just got to burst him down before then. But it looks like he has a good bit of HP. Okay, you know what? I think this is going to be a fairly tough diamond fight. I was looking at him and I was like, Flame Verge is kind of a meme. Oh, he's got kind of a cool thing for it. Very cool. Anyway, Fairy Circle, day 10 bronze fight. Don't know what this is. Mad Diver, day 10 diamond fight. Don't know what this is. Very cool art though. All right, and then for new encounters, we have Shelter Shelby, Merchant, replaces Dryad, which was the placeholder friend Merchant. Dryad is no longer selling herself. It's cute art. I like this a lot. Who's that? It's, what, a bat? Is that big? This looks like the same sort of creature Andy is. Huh. New lore? Maybe. And then Mystery Box. A day 2 encounter, Diamond tier, get a small enchanted item from another hero. Very cool. I like this a lot. I love doing stupid off-class shit. I do feel like a lot of the off-class options are just like only smalls. Is that right? Maybe I'm just thinking of the event. Anyway, cool event. All right, on to items now. The boss, medium weapon. I think it was shown in the trailer. Yes, it was. The boss is, boss heroes. Boss hero also bumped up to gold. We'll talk about that later. Alright, this is a legendary 7-second weapon that does 100 when you use another weapon that gains damage equal to that item's damage. A very cool legendary. I like this a lot. It's very interesting. You have to actually use the weapon, so something like pistol sword wouldn't really work for it. Or like, I don't know, vial launcher. I don't know, if you got like a fast, I don't know, weapon Vanessa sort of deal, you could probably just slot this on here because it's basically just you deal double damage as long as 7 seconds pass. That seems pretty good. It seems very neat. Championship belt. You think it's on? No, this guy's a silver fight. No way, right? I wonder what monster this is gonna be on then. I might say Thug. I wonder if Thug is getting like reworked. Maybe. I have no idea who else this would go on though. Nobody really seems to fit for it. Anyway, very cool item. Legendary adjacent items have plus damage equal to 5% of your max health. This is the effect from Jules' Veggie Garden, but it ignores like the tool restriction. Veggie Garden's fucking insane. I love Veggie Garden. If you pair that shit with Mousetrap, you have an item that's doing with crit 10% of your max HP every like 1 second with haste. And now Dooley can just do that with like an Uzi. Seems pretty silly. It's a very big buff, and it's also very cool for like Pig. You could do some max HP Pig stuff with other weapons now. Max HP at Laddle sounds disgusting. Very cool item. Coupon, a new loot item, gold tier only. When you sell this at a merchant, discount its items by 50%, 100%. Holy shit. Whoa. So you can just make a ton of money. Very, very cool. I guess sometimes late game you don't need that much money, but still cool. Crimson Orchid, a small diamond tier item. When you sell this to your leftmost weapon, permanently gets lifesteal. Seems incredibly good. Does kind of force you to commit to something, but it's a diamond tier item. I would assume it's showing up pretty late. Fairy Statue, the first ever small property, which is kind of cool. Diamond tier, not that it really does anything with that, but this is when you defeat a monster with this, transform this into an enchanted friend. Cool. I don't know, maybe there's something to do with small property? Maybe. What do you do with it? Snow globe stuff? Maybe. All right, and then we have Foundation Robe, another legendary. Medium Relic Apparel. Weapon to the right of this is plus damage equal to your regen. So it's the Moose Staff effect without taking up as much space, but also without the dealing damage part and the regen part. I don't know. This one seems a little weak to me, but maybe I'm tripping. You know, you just pair this with like a ritual dagger on Mac though, and you'll probably be doing something pretty silly. Gorgon Spores, small, bronze tier at start of fight, poison 6, 9, 12, 15. So this is magma core, but it does poison. That's about it. you can enable some silly start of fight stuff with this. You know, if you have like when you poison freeze, you could enable that. If you're playing like Mac and you're playing Weaselpede and you have like start of fight poison, now your Weaselpede starts faster. It's kind of nice for that stuff, right? It's gonna fill the same position as Magma Core, although maybe a little bit more useful. You know, day 2 poison 6 from the start of the fight is not nothing. So I could see this going on an actual board, you know, super early if you have to, right? Infernal Catapult, large, bronze tier, cooldown 3, ammo 1, burn 15, 30, 45, 60. Another large curio item for me to do bullshit with. I'm so excited. I love them, man. So immediately I'm comparing this thing to Harkuvian launcher. Yeah, this thing. So 120, 200, 400, 800. This thing obviously has a maybe better benefit of doubling on each tier. This is only gaining 15. But still, at Diamond with crit, this is a, you know, crit and hasted, right? It's a 1.5 do 160 burn. That's a lot. Maybe it's fine. I don't feel like it's anywhere close to this, though. This is, you know, same thing, but instead of doing 120 burn, it's doing 1,600 damage. Which I guess in 7 seconds you get to that amount of damage and you're stacking more burn. So I don't know. It's hard to compare damage and burn, I feel like. It doesn't read to me as strong, but I do want to make it work. And like, I don't know, it's still 120 burn every like 1.5 late game. That's still good. I think it'll be fine. Anyway, I just can't help but compare the two. Lag Bolt, a small tech item, bronze, start of fight, slow 9 for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. So to skip around a little bit, they also added one of these for haste, bronze tier, start of fight, haste 9 for 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. I'm gonna be honest, I like the poison one a lot. These other two I think are kind of lame. I've seen some people saying they're gonna like ruin the game because of the start time stuff. I don't know. I think it'll probably be fine. There's a lot of neutral items and it's not like you're upgrading these super consistently, so it's probably okay. I do think this haste one is kind of crazy, but I don't know. If you're running it, you probably have the issue of only running one item on your board. Just get Radiant, I guess. It's not nothing though, you know, you just play this with like a phonograph on Pig with double whammy. You'll be killing people before they can even use an item. I don't know. I think this one seems really strong. And I don't know if I actually like it yet. It's like I enjoy stuff like Icicle, and then you get the first time you freeze haste. That feels cool to me. You know, you get like Gorgon Spore first time you poison freeze, and then first time you freeze haste, and like that feels like a cool. Like this feels like too obvious, right? We'll see though. But yeah, so slow 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. It's the exact same as Icicle, but you know, with slow synergy, I guess. Penthouse, large property, legendary. Your other properties gain value equal to half this item's value, and use a property, charge another property 1 second. I don't like this thing, I'm gonna be honest. Well, I don't know. It's not like niche legendaries don't exist, but I feel like, does it need to be properties only, or am I crazy? I guess this is for the sake of Abacus, right? So you can't give Abacus value and then give value to Penthouse. Okay, I guess I get that. Still, I don't know. It feels like this feels like a pig item. That I mean, it's just a pig item, but it's too strong, so we'll move it to legendary. And I don't know. I guess that's probably fine. I would imagine this is just going to property baron anyway, so like don't fight him unless you're playing pig. Yeah, that's probably fine, honestly. Like, I don't know how the fuck you would ever use this thing on any other character. Use a property, charge another property. This item has a cooldown. I believe it was shown as like 4 seconds. So it's not like you're making some weird infinite just off that. You could maybe do like Jort stuff. I don't know. It's a cool legendary. I think it's gonna be really annoying to see on like anyone who isn't pig though. But I guess that's more of an issue with the mysterious stranger or whatever he's called in Colt, right? Because they just give you random legendaries. And I guess maybe it's okay to miss with those because it's, you know, part of the gamble. And I don't know. It's fine. I just kind of wish it like did something else, like less obviously just pig, if that makes sense. Like there's Tantius carrier, which is like drones and vehicles, but like everyone has some sort of drone or vehicle for the most part. It's like this is very specifically property value scaling, which is like, I don't know, there's Cove. I don't know. Sorry, I'll stop rambling. Portable stove, this is the thing we saw earlier with that new day one monster. Bronze tier, cooldown 4, burn 3579, slow an item for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. So it's blowtorch, but it does a slow. Seems fine. Perfectly okay early item, right? Raffle ticket, small loot item, bronze tier. When you sell this, get 5, 10, 0. Sorry, there's a bit of a gamble here. 0 to 5, 10, 20, 40 gold. Kind of funny, I guess. I love gambling. Rhymestone amulet, a small relic apparel, diamond tier. When you freeze with adjacent item, charge a weapon 1 second. This is a fucking gross item if you pair this with like an iceberg, and I believe it is paired with an iceberg. We'll get to the monster changes later, but this is going to the freeze guy on day 10, the Frost Street champion. All right, and then we have shell necklace, a small apparel, silver tier, cooldown 6, shield 20, 30, 40 for each aquatic or tool you have. So this thing is literally just shell, but with I think better scaling too. Okay, that's something. And then it also works on tools. It seems fine. Oh, you know what? This is probably going to this guy, right? He's got like a little necklace here. Yeah, probably. Okay. Skill voucher, gold tier. When you sell this, get a skill from any hero. So probably corresponding to the tier 2. We will see a surge in lethargy picks on boards that should definitely not have taken lethargy. Exciting stuff. Seems cool though. I like it. Spark plug, we already talked about you. Starfish. And stress ball, we'll talk about these at the same time. These are bronze items that are on a cooldown 3 and they just do regen or shield. Starfish is regen 2, 4, 6, 8, and then stress ball is shield 10, 20, 40, 80. And then starfish being a small aquatic friend, and then stress ball being a small toy. So starfish honestly just kind of seems like a decent item early. If you can, I wonder if like this and then you just pair it with moss on Mac early is anything. Probably, or just like any regen scaling, but that's like the only early one I can think of, right? Also seems good on Mac if you want to play Life Conduit, you know, the like 2 people who still play that thing. Cool item though. And then Stress Ball is a 3-second cooldown toy, which you can obviously do some silly stuff with, you know, charge loops with Pickles board, stuff like that. Also, Starfish is a 3-second friend. You could probably play some like Dooley stuff with that if you're doing what? I don't know, Bulldozer? I don't know. There's some friend stuff on Dooley. Oh, you could, you could play this with the fucking Dualtron mainframe when you use a friend charge the core and probably set up some silly stuff with that. Also, 3-second friend for like Tortuga. Yeah, you know what? Both of these seem like they've got. I like these items. You know, they're pretty. How do I put it? Like unassuming, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with them. And then finally, our last legendary Tracer Pistol, cooldown 2, ammo 6, damage 50. When you crit, reload this 1 ammo. So, I don't know. It's a 2-second item. I think that's about it. I don't know. The damage is fine. When you crit, reload maybe does something cool. As far as I know, you can't reload while at full ammo. That got changed like forever ago, or maybe was never a thing. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of read this legendary as Uzi with extra steps. But I don't know. I guess it does 50 damage, which is pretty good. And I guess Uzi with extra steps is still like pretty good on Vanessa and some other boards where you just want a fast item. Alright, new skills. Flashpoint Fuse Vanessa. When you use an ammo item, your items gain 1, 2, 3 burn. So some burn scaling for you if you want to play like Pop Snappers, dive weights sort of deal. Yeah, that's probably what you'd play. Lifting Pygmalion. Returns using our tech new, I assume should say our new tech of run persistent references. Your weapons have plus 1, 2, 3 for each weapon you bought during this run. So it's like Gym, but always, but worse. It's interesting, I guess. It upgrades a lot nicer now too, right? Yeah. Same thing with Gym, right? That being said, I haven't seen a ton of gym, but maybe if you hit this skill early on Pig, maybe more people will justify gym. I don't know. Cool though. Monster Tracker Karnok, a new skill. When you defeat a gold tier or higher monster, get a loot item. You loot have +1 value. Seems alright. Time Eater Vanessa. Start a fight. The fastest enemy item has its cooldown increased by 2 seconds. This is a fucking evil skill from hell. Crazy. This is gonna fuck up so many boards and I'm gonna be so upset when I see it. But it's gonna feel cool when I have it, I guess. And then finally, Rate Limiter, a common monster skill. So this is on someone. All charge effects are reduced by half. So real quick before we stop talking about monster stuff, this guy just wasn't mentioned in the patch notes at all. He's got like a drone of all, he's got a board of all these drones and then an item we haven't seen before. And what's weird to me is like the board changed, right? It starts off as, let's see. Yeah, there's like a medium drone here. And then you got like relay drone over here, fire drone. And then it just like cuts and it's a completely different board, which I think is interesting. Also, this is enchanted now, so something happened there. Maybe skill? Maybe something to do with the new item? Interesting stuff. It looks like a gold, or are you bronze? No, it is a gold fight for day 5. Interesting. Yeah. What is this item? I don't know. Maybe he didn't make it into the patch, so they didn't include him, but I think it'd be weird to include in the trailer. Another interesting thing missing from the trailer is this guy, Sticky Bean, sells items from other heroes. I would have thought that this would be like mentioned earlier in the encounter section here, right? Yeah, there's no mention of him in the patch notes. I tried searching for him and he's not in here. I thought he would be like, you know, let's see, where is it? Right here. I don't know, maybe some stuff didn't make it in. Maybe there's some, you know, stuff they're leaving for the release and not in the patch notes. I don't know. Maybe they just forgot. It's happened before. Season 14 changes, leaderboard rewards for season 13. You get titles if you're rank whatever and up. Cool. Prize pass updates. There's carpet, card back. Sure. There's some new skins. There's a super Dooley skin, a morning max skin, and then some item skins for Karnok, Vanessa, and Stelle. And then seasonal store content, there's a carpet, card back, stash in the bank. Cool. All right, on to general changes. Wording changes. We're taking some steps to reduce the visual complexity of some of our items via wording changes, work in progress. Specifically, we're doing the following: removing for the fight in favor of specifying permanent effects. Okay, so removing shield from sentences like your shield items gain X shield will now read your items gain shield icon X. Okay, yeah, cool. No change in functionality, just change in readability. Neat. Item spawning, correcting an issue where sometimes bronze items would spawn late in the run when they should not. Yeah, I've noticed this a couple times and I was like, is this supposed to happen? Definitely not. I've had like day 15s where I'm getting an upgrade to a bronze item on my board. And I feel like I've been told that you're just not supposed to see them anymore. And I guess that'll fix that for better or worse. Legendary item cost reduce the sell value of legendary small and medium items to be more in line with normal item value scaling. I don't know. They did this before and I didn't love it because it meant that you clicked mysterious figure and then like lost $16 and got Admiral's badge and did nothing with it. But I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. And Admiral's badge is more applicable now. There's a lot more flight in the game. Maybe it won't be so bad. Flying, standardized effect ordering flying effects on cooldown such that they fire before other types of outputs that are also on cooldown. Got it. No, so yeah, what this means is Clockwork Disc will now make itself fly or stop flying before dealing damage. It only affects items that make themselves fly. Does this matter for anything too crazy? I don't think so. One thing I'm wondering about is for stuff like a abducted cow, if this now means it's just going to immediately do this effect, right? Because it's going to fly and then, oh, it's flying, so another item starts flying. Maybe? Also, I think this might be a, oh, sorry. Oops, I clicked on something. A slight buff for Kara Kara. because it's going to fly and then deal the damage, and that like actually matters here because it's going to get a plus 15. Also just a buff for everything else that is a, Clockwork Disc is now going to fly, get the bonus damage from Kara or a gun sight, and then deals damage. I would assume maybe it takes time to scale, so that won't happen. Maybe. That's the main two I can actually see this having an impact on. Enchantments, let's see, hold on. When an item is destroyed, it stops flying. This previously did not trigger stop flying effects. Can you do anything cool with that? I don't think so. If you got anything, let me know. Enchantments continue to make consistently pass on improvements to enchantments across the board. Numerous enchantments have been adjusted and fixed as a result. Many items with missing enchantments gain them. Weights, lifting stones, and other similar buff items have had many of their enchantments updated to also buff items. So if you put like fiery on lifting stones, it's now going to give plus bird when it goes, probably. Sounds cool. Is slowed effects. Most effects of this class have been consolidated to when you slow this for consistency and enter with radiant and other slow prevention effects. Some items like security blanket and moon orb remain is slowed as they are a different thematic concept. We've also updated is hasted, similar for wording consistency, but this should have minimal gameplay ramifications. Okay. So when you slow this instead of is slowed. So does this mean if you, okay. So heavy crossbow is what comes to mind for me. Does this now mean that radiant heavy crossbow is like a thing that works? Because this is when this is slowed, it gains damage, but radiant makes it immune to slow. So now you can't do the slowed part, and that obviously sucks. Yeah, okay. Other people are saying they read it this way too. So now if you have a radiant item with fairy circle, when an item is frozen or slowed, charge at 1, it's not griefing you because the item is never actually frozen or slowed. Although this only says is slowed effects, not is frozen. I would assume that also got changed. I don't know, they only mentioned is hasted in here. Did they? No, it probably counted both, right? Anyway, the is hasted part I don't think matters for like anything. There's a couple, right? Yeah, I don't know if your opponent has like a turbo virus. Should be fine. I will say this is a nerf for fairy circle, right? Because this is moving from when you slow this to moving from is slowed to when you slow this. So the opponent slowing your items with fairy circle will no longer charge and heal them, which is maybe okay. I feel like most good fairy circle boards just slowed their own items anyway, right? Interesting though, definitely a nerf to it, but I guess also it means that radiant can work now with fairy circle, which is also a pro. I don't know. I don't entirely get it, but it seems good. Level up changes. Made some changes to gold gain options, add secondary tags to many options. So this is probably the stuff that's like gain gold for each weapon you have, right? Now it's maybe like weapons and tools. I don't know. Reduce the high end of the gold gain, normalize the values you tend to get from the options. Cool. Added several additional options to several heroes. Neat. All right, encounter changes. An animal gained a skill voucher. So this is the, skill voucher. Really? Wait, so you can just fight Bananimal and get a gold skill? Huh. Because it only comes in gold and above, right? That seems really good, doesn't it? I don't think we need more reason to fight Bananimal, but okay. Boss hero moved to gold tier from bronze tier. Gained the boss to replace the runic double bow. Yeah, so now the boss will be here instead. Seems like doesn't seem that bad of a board. Maybe you'll have more health, right? And then Bouncertron gained lag bolt, replaces Sunderer. Fine. Bounty Hunter gained Spark Plug, replaces Revolver, and Tracer Pistol replaces Revolver. So now she'll just have what? The Cutlass? And I guess Tracer Pistol, okay. This seems like a nothing fight still. Which is fine, right? It was already a nothing fight, but I guess now it has Tracer Pistol, and that's kind of cool. And then Covetous gained Raffle Ticket, places Sharpening Stone. Seems like a fine change. You can get a little bit of money out of him now. Probably also at silver, so what, it's 0 to 10 gold? It's alright. Alright, Crash Site Cargo Hold. No longer sometimes drops gold tier hero items. Can still drop gold tier Crash Site items. An issue where Void Disruptor not showing up here. Okay, yeah. This is an item I wouldn't be shocked if people haven't seen. It's 10 seconds destroy adjacents. When you destroy an item, she will equal to 25% of your max health. I'm not crazy. Good. I was like, I mean, like, it's diamond, so it should be rare, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it on an actual board. There you go. That's why. I think I've seen it from Pearl once. All right, the Cult corrected an issue where this would sometimes spawn a non-legendary core as legendary. So there's a visual bug with Dooley. Cult member skill now reduces cooldown of legendary items. I wonder by how much. Is it a percentage thing, or is it just going to be like a flat second? Right? I feel like percentage is more fair, but we'll see. Because, you know, obviously -1 second off, I don't know, Soul of District matters a little bit. Like, it still matters, I guess, but you know, it matters a little bit less than something like -1 second off. I don't know, Tracer Pistol. Oh, Tracer Pistol would be good. Becomes a 1 second. That'd be pretty silly. The effect has been removed from Necronomicon specifically in favor of being on the skill. So is Necronomicon still just like 6 seconds? I don't know, man. I kind of hate Necronomicon, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I just haven't had a good run for it yet. This is cool though. I kind of want a skill like this for Wink. I would love if Wink had a skill. I don't know. It doesn't even have to be that strong. Give me like, I don't know. It could be like a fucking joke skill. 1% cooldown off your items. I kind of just want a skill that lets me know people winked. Sorry, I'll stop rambling. All right, then Foreman gains skill voucher. Replaces Scrap. Cool. A bit more reason to actually visit him, other than the fact that he gives a ton of XP. And then Foundation Revenant gained Foundation Robe. That's the thing that weapon to the right has plus damage equal to your regen. That replaces the Shadow Cloak. It's a good change. This never felt like a diamond fight. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna be threatening even still. Like, what? You're putting a little bit of damage into Basilisk Fang? I guess Basilisk Fang is gonna crit. Okay. Maybe it's scary now. Maybe. I feel like this fight is like super free, but now it just has a legendary. I guess it's not as, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a super crazy legendary, so I guess it's okay. All right, and then Frost Street Champion gained Rhymestone Amulet, replaces Frost Potion. This is the one that when adjacent item freezes, charge a weapon. It looks like it is not next to the iceberg. Thank God. It is next to the Frozen Bludgeon, which is like, what, every 9 seconds freeze 3? So, like, he did get buffed, but it's not that bad. And then Gorgon Noble Train Spider has been replaced by Gorgon Spore. So, start a fight poison. Probably still a pretty pathetic fight, but there you go. It might be... No, okay, I always confuse the icons for the left and rightmost poison skills. I thought this was rightmost. It's like, okay, I guess it does like 10 poison start a fight. Nah, that's not that bad on day 7, man. Or day 5. Cool though, I guess. A lot of changes to Infernal Frigate. So first off, the Infernal Catapult has replaced Trebuchet. Inertial Dampener replaced Thrusters. That's the slow adjacents, and then give plus burn and plus shield. And then charge when you slow. Still in like the worst position possible. Why is it next to Ticket? One day he'll figure out how to put his board together. I believe in him. Pop Snappers is now shielded. The other Pop Snappers is now heavy, and the HP went down by 125. So I guess he must be fairly strong. How? I guess he does a lot of upfront burn. Okay, that's probably it, right? 3 seconds into the fight, he's using probably a gold Infernal Catapult, so that's 45 burn on top of his already existing, like, what, start a fight burn 20? Burn 15, rather. Okay. So, start at, like, 3 seconds into the fight, he's burning you for, like, 60? I guess that's kind of scary, and then the Pop Snappers keep it up. Okay. So, it kind of feels like a light version of Flame Juggler, but with a little bit more HP. I don't know, maybe the burn number is just not high enough to matter and he's gonna like sit there doing nothing, but his HP went down. I would assume that this is somewhat of a scary fight. And then Mod Squad gained raffle ticket. Doesn't say it replaced anything, so it's just going on the corners there. One of those. And then Mr. Moreland now starts on day 3. This is the guy who sells properties. Professor Wriggle, the poison skill vendor, has been added to Karnok. Property Baron gained Penthouse, replaces Subscraper. So a pretty clear synergy with the billboard and then the skyscraper there. Interesting. This fight looks kind of scary now that I'm looking at it, right? Because billboard's going to be... No, I think, yeah, keychain should have the least value. So that could potentially just use skyscraper twice after a bunch of value scaling. It's kind of scary. And then Trash Golem has been moved to bronze, and Void Knight gained rate limiter. This is the half charge skill, replaces Desperate Cleanse. Okay, so he's got 2 kind of insane skills now. One is a lot more applicable, right? Rate limiter seems great. Hypnotic Drain sometimes is hard to play. Very good if you can, though. A little bit more reason to go. He's got like 2 good skills, and then I don't know. I feel like I don't see Scythe that much. Maybe Scythe isn't that great, actually. Anyway, common items, making some adjustments to monster common items that don't see much play. So No Frost no longer gives enemy items freeze immunity. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Okay, not really. I thought for some reason No Frost was like use a weapon, freeze an enemy item, but no, it's freeze your own items. Okay. But now you can play freeze with Null Frost and have it contribute, right? Very interesting. Also like self-freeze, so you could play this with like maybe like a weird Ice Swan board or what's the pick item called? Private Hot Springs. You could maybe pair with Null Frost now and you don't self-freeze. Interesting stuff. Hands of Time simplified this item to cooldown to 654 from 987, so 3 seconds off the cooldown. But they removed the cooldown reduction for adjacent tools. They used to have -1 cooldown for each adjacent tool. Being at 4 seconds at Diamond, I feel like this might actually see some play now. This is the item that reduces a tool's cooldown by 1, by the way. Kind of wish they would still have the descriptions here along with the picture, but whatever. Junkyard Catapult, please be a good buff. I want this thing to be playable. Starts at bronze tier. Cooldown to 6 from 7. Ammo to 3 from 1. Damage is now 25, 50, 100, 200 from 25, 50, 100. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it just got brought down and now diamond is 200. Burn 5, 10, 15, 20 from 6, 8, 10. Poison 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so it does a lot more poison and burn. Decent more damage. I don't know, man. Diamond item, 200 damage, 20 burn, 20 poison. This thing still seems like a joke. I like the attempt though. I don't know. Maybe it'll see early play. 25 damage, 5 burn, 5 poison. Maybe. I could maybe see it silver early. 50 damage, 5 burn, 5 poison. On a 6? 3 times. Maybe? I don't know. I'll have to try it. This doesn't seem good enough yet to actually play though. I think what I kind of want this to do, I'd love if this just destroyed small items on your board and then did damage, but maybe that would like be hard to balance because you'd have to make it hit for a lot. I don't know. Rune Axe. Whoa, Rune Axe buff. It's not just red gumball anymore, maybe? Gain the relic type, as it should. Although isn't this thing like electric or some shit? Doesn't it have like wires all over it? I swear it does. You can like kind of see it. Kind of a blurry image. Anyway. Cooldown 6 from 8 and it gained lifesteal. So there's something going for it. It's like Stinger, but a little like it's faster without the slow. It seems pretty bad, but you know, at least it isn't red gumball, but also it does dog shit damage. Dooley. Rays now count their own use with the exception of beta ray. So this little like another text has been removed basically. So alpha ray you could just play as like 6 seconds gain 60, like that's pretty bad, but you know, anything to see ray buffs, right? And then 3D printer, it simplified this item so it can now transform into legendary tier items. cool. So you could, I don't know, you could run that with the new pistol, the tracer pistol, right? Maybe. It's interesting and it's fun. Like, I don't really see why this couldn't be legendaries to begin with. I guess, I don't know, singularity's scary, is it? It takes so long. Anyway, cool change. I like it. Korra cooldown to 876 from 975. So better at silver, worse at diamond. Good change. Keylogger. Simplified this item to focus on buffing poison. Cooldown is 7 from 8. No longer buff shield, but the poison is now 2, 4, 6 on the buff from 1, 2, 3. Good change. Maybe this item will see play finally. Launcher core. Cooldown to 6 from 7, 6, 5. So no longer loses cooldown on upgrade. Bit worse at diamond, better at silver. 2, 3, 4 items start flying from 2. Okay, so you have a little bit better start time at diamond. Interesting. No longer charges itself on use if it is flying. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I will kind of miss this tech of making it fly so now it charges itself. That felt cool to me. It was very important to make launcher core fly. Now not so much, right? You don't care if this thing flies at all, it looks like. It's fair. It is like the best core right now. Yeah, probably the friend thing also got removed, right? So you can't make launcher core a friend via that one skill and then have it self-charge. That was another way I played it. Seems like a fine change. Launcher core is just like start time and then you loop a little bit slower. I think it'll probably be fine. And I actually really like that it makes so much fly like right at the start. That's not bad. This doesn't say other items. 2 other items start flying. 2, 3, 4 items start flying. Maybe they're just not including all the words in the patch notes. Maybe they forgot. So I wonder if launcher core can fly itself now. Interesting. Not that that's like a good thing, right? It doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, Tesla coil cooldown to 7654 from so -1 cooldown across the board. Thermal lance starts at gold tier. Cooldown is 4 from 5, and then the base burn is now 10 instead of what? Okay, it looks like the base burn was 5 before. All right, good change. I don't know. I feel like I mostly saw play of this thing like mid game. I don't know if I like the move to gold tier. Is anyone really playing this super late game? Maybe I'm just not in the know. Walter cooler is now just a flat cooldown of 8 instead of losing cooldown on upgrade. Sure. Welding helmet is now burn 3, 5, 7, 9. So +1. Yeah, just +1 burn across the board. Birthday cake now starts with 30% crit chance instead of 20%. Dragon melon. Item is dominating the endgame by scaling both max HP and the resulting shield is also scaling. Starts at gold tier, shield 15, 20% of max health instead of 10, 15, 20. And then HP scaling is now 25% from 20, 30, 40. Yeah, I don't know. I heard stuff about Dragon Melon. I never really got to do it. I don't know what people were doing with it. I think it was just like giant sub and then durian. But I never like saw that happen to me. I just kind of like heard that it was good and then never saw it and was never able to do it. I do like that they give their reasoning here for it, because like, yeah, this item, I feel like if I hadn't heard, whispers of this thing being kind of like sleeper good, I would not understand the nerf here. I still okay. I don't know. I can see how it could be. Anyway, giant sub, correct an issue where this would not charge itself, was made a tool. Cool. You can do self-charging giant sub now, I guess. Gingerbread house, cooldown to 7, 6 from 7, so it loses 1 second of cooldown at diamond. Gingerbread mound, double the shielding? Not quite. So at gold, it's doing 10 more shielding, and then at diamond, it's doing 40 more shielding. Laurel's Fortress, gain toy type, big. Hell yeah. I don't know why this ever wasn't a toy. I think maybe the reason was like, it's probably too easy to charge a loop with Pickle's board. I feel like that's off-class stuff and you just kind of don't worry about it. Maybe it'll be too strong, right? Like you can see Toy Merchant on any hero. So maybe we'll see a lot of this and it'll get annoying and it'll get it removed. I think it's fun though. Let it be. When's the last time you saw a Laurel's Fortress board? Karnok. Aura Vista, cooldown to 4 seconds was 6-4, so minus 1 second at gold. Sure. Bandolier, rage gain to 10, 15, 20 was 9, 12, 15, so buffs across the board for that. Rage gain when you use an ammo item. Beast Call starts at bronze. Okay, so it's a 6 second, I believe. Yeah, Beast Call at silver is 5 seconds, so I'd expect this to be 6. I don't know what you're... I don't think I would play this at bronze, right? What are you doing with this? You're hasting... You probably haste, what, like Firefly Lantern? It'd be okay. You could haste the fucking deer, whatever its name is, Una something. And I guess that would be okay too. Dual Reaver, cooldown to 7, 5, 3 seconds. Whoa, okay. Was 7, 6, 5. So minus 2 seconds at diamond. Kind of huge. Wacky. I haven't really seen this thing have much play, but that seems like a pretty big buff, right? Okay. Great Eagle starts at gold. I didn't know this thing started at gold for the longest time. I kept looking for it, and one day I actually just checked the wiki. Oh, this thing's diamond only for some reason. Anyway, it is now your flying items at plus 50 or 100% damage and shield. Was double, and then it deals 300 and 600 damage. It was 500, so a bit easier to find now if you want to play it. Hunting rifle, max ammo to 2 was 1. This is when you enrage deal like 2 times, 3 times, 4 times this item's damage. But now you can shoot with it an extra time, I guess. Kind of cool. Infused arm wrap, simplified. This item now reads when you damage / shield. Okay, so I assume they're getting rid of the to the left, to the right thing, right? Interesting. The main thing I see for this is bladed armor, right? It's a 6 second at diamond damage and shield multicast item. And now it doesn't matter what side it's on, it's going to buff both at the same time. That's interesting. I feel like the best setups of arm wraps is still like Karst, Beast Collar, and then you're just playing friends. But this is an interesting new line. I don't know, you get this thing perma haste that's going like every 3 seconds. You can probably get some charge in there. Interesting. Maybe it's a bladed armor sweep. Maybe. A buff to arm wraps is not what I expected. So this is definitely a buff, right? What else can you do with this? That's the main thing that's coming to mind. You could also, you know, now play like shielded enchanted weapons on either side and you'll get both of the benefits. Or of course, you know, obsidian enchanted stuff, right? You play like obsidian karst or some bullshit like that. Very, very interesting change. Is there anything else that's like really good with that? Shield and damage. I think it's mostly just bladed armor. I want to try that though. That sounds good. I'm kind of a fan of bladed armor already. I've found a couple cool use cases for it. We'll see. Log trap is now slow 1 second was 2. Fair. Runic Claymore is now damage 15% of max health from 10%. Okay, this is a buff in like 2 ways. Yeah, because this is when you crit, gain max health equal to its damage. So now that number is higher, so now you're scaling more and then dealing more and then gaining more. Okay, interesting. Yeah, to be honest, I also kind of felt like Runic Claymore was a little weak. It's weird because when Karnok came out, I felt like this was a really good line, but maybe I just had like a couple good runs with it. I've been playing mostly Karnok at the end of the season. It's been pretty fun, and I really like this thing. So I kind of see it. Spike Collar starts at gold tier. That's fair. This arm wraps karst was like a super disgusting board. So now it's a little harder to put all the pieces together, I guess. Trapping Pit. Correct an issue where in certain setups, items and chants go off more than once. More than an expected amount once. Trap Vine is now poison 8, 16 instead of poison 10, 20. Tree Club. Rage gain changed to 10, 15 was 10. Oh, maybe a bit more. You know, you can just use this as your rage gain now. Waystone's buff. cooldown to 5, 4, 3, 2 seconds. So 2 second, if you go on the expedition, this thing is multicast now. It's not nothing. Ooh, Waystones. Wait, okay, that's an item that does damage and shields. You could play this with infused arm wraps. This is a 2 second multicast, heal damage and shield. Is this anything? Maybe. It's kind of cool. Maybe it's a Waystone sweep. I want it to be. That sounds really funny. I gotta try that, man. That sounds really silly. Okay, on to Mac now. Adrenal Converter finally increases in haste duration on upgrade. Thank God. This is when you poison yourself. Hasten item for now 1, 2, 3 seconds was just 1. Good shit. Alembic no longer gives potions from other heroes. Here, can I just skip down to, yeah. Potion Distillery no longer gives potions from other heroes. So you won't be getting Caustic Brew on Mac as often anymore. It's still possible. There is a Mac skill that's got a random hero. Or sorry, get a potion from any hero. And then I feel like there's one other way, but I can't remember what it is right now. So maybe not. Atmospheric Sampler starts at Diamond tier. Looks like there was no other changes though. So it's still charging 2 items for 1. Fair change. This item's gross. Blank Slate. Poison regen burn numbers up to 8, 16, 24, 32 was 5, 10, 15, 20. So big buffs to that. Very good. I've kind of been fucking with Blank Slate lately. I'm glad to see it. Book of Secrets starts at bronze tier. Awesome change. Now every Mac game I will be re-rolling bronze mediums forever to try and get multiple Book of Secrets and then doing skill staff. Let's skip down to skill staff though. Staff of the Wise starts at silver tier, damage for 50, 100, 150 of each skill instead of 100, 200. It actually got nerfed. I didn't feel like this item was that great. But I guess the move to Book of Secrets to bronze warranted this. I gotta say, who the fuck is playing this at silver? No way, right? But I guess it's like easier to find now is the idea, maybe. Maybe. All right. Calcinator updated to use the new tech of run-based attributes. This is plus 4, 5, 6, 7 burn for each region you've transformed this run. Okay. So actually a buff with scaling early on, like at bronze, right? A little bit of a nerf at gold and diamond, but also something that's coming to mind is like if you're playing Calcinator and you have like excess catalysts, maybe you just start rolling bronze items and trying to get another Calcinator because they're gonna perma-scale every Calcinator effectively, right? That sounds like it could be kind of gross. We'll see. All right, Emerald now buffs itself. Toxic doubles the buff. Cool stuff. Yeah, it's actually really good. If you roll this thing with Toxic, it's what, plus 4, plus 6, plus 8, plus 10. That diamond probably doesn't matter because you shouldn't be playing Emerald at diamond at that point, right? That's not bad. It's also just like 7 seconds poison 4, which is fine. It's like an actual item now on top of the buffs it gives. Optical augment gained the apparel type. Yeah, why didn't it? Good point. Philosopher's Stone, similar change to the Calcinator stuff. I would assume also, where is it? Yeah, Retort also changed to be the same thing. Looks like the same scaling. Philosopher's Stone. Oh yeah, Philosopher's Stone. Let's see. Yeah, scaling nerfed by like 1 at all tiers. But also, most reagents are small, so it's not unlikely that you roll into multiple Philosopher's Stones while playing like Calcinator stuff. That's really interesting. I want to see the Mac board of like 10 Philosopher's Stones now. And they've all just been like perma scaling. Wow, there's some kind of gross stuff you can do with this. I don't know, maybe I'm being dramatic. This seems like a really, I don't want to call it crazy. Better word for that. Silly. Yeah. Silly change. It's gonna make some silly boards, I feel. I'll see. That's something to try. Okay, we already talked about U2. Ruby, same thing as Emerald. Staff of the Y is already talked about. Thurible, cooldown to 4 seconds flat. Burn is now 3, 5, 7, 9. Regen is 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of just a flat 5 and 1. I feel like this item keeps going back and forth. Same with Venomander. What they changed Venomander again. I mean, I guess these items are basically just the same thing, but one is poison, one is burn. Tomb of Ancients freezes for 1 second instead of 0.5. Ooh, that's a big buff. Okay. Maybe we'll see Tomb again. I feel like I'd never see this on anyone's board. Alright, on the Pig. Billboard, cooldown to 4 seconds was 3. Fair. We use an item against 20% value instead of 25%. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fair. I think this item's still going to be pretty good. Booby Trap. Freeze targets reduced to 1, 2, 3 instead of 2, 3, 4. Brass Knuckles is now 5-second cooldown instead of losing cooldown on tiers, but its damage gain is now increasing from 10. It is now 20, 40, 80, 160. I don't think that changes anything. I'm sorry. Holiday is now just a flat cooldown of 5. And then its damage is 5, 10, 20, 40. Okay. I feel like this one's meaningful though. I don't know, you play this as a showcase? It's not that bad. I could see this. I don't know. I feel like showcase boards have been struggling a little bit. I don't know. You can play this with like weights though. It doesn't seem that bad at all. Kukri, also similar thing. It is now just a flat cooldown of 4 instead of 6, 5, 4, 3. And then the damage and healing is now 10, 20, 40, 80 instead of just a flat 20. Pinata. Simplified, these items no longer have quests that upgrade them. Okay, so yeah, the quest where you visited Lickit and that would upgrade Pinata is now gone. Sure. That didn't happen very much anyway, right? Private Jet, this and another item start flying. Bloods and item starts flying. This is a pretty good buff. I like this a lot. I really like Private Jet, but my god. it feels like it was too slow to start at times. And this will help a lot with that, especially if you can't find other good flying options, right? Like this thing at silver is like an item starts flying and then you start buffing. And that feels pretty bad. But now it'll at least be, you know, itself and something else. It won't just target itself, maybe. I don't know. It's a nice buff. I like it. Rain King Gauntlets gain the apparel type. Yeah, why weren't they? Good point. Safe, similar thing. That quest is gone now. Showcase is now a 3-second. Whoa. If you have 2 or more weapons. Oh, okay. So they have the scaling, but Showcase is faster. Which is a meaningful change, right? This means that you're getting that bonus damage faster. So something that's on like a 5-second cooldown is going to get a... Yeah, okay. Something on a 5-second cooldown is going to get a +10 instead of the +0 it was getting before, right? Show Globe cooldown is now -1 cooldown across the board. I feel like Show Globe might have a little sauce. I don't know. That new like small property and then this and then you do like Pickles board shit. Maybe. Tossed Helm is now a 6-second cooldown and the damage is now 5, 10, 20, 40 instead of just a flat 10. So Tossed Helm and Holiday kind of like real weapons now. Not bad. And I guess Brass Knuckles is effectively restorative because it just gives you max HP. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I feel like no one was playing this before and like the damage bonus doesn't matter. Air Pressure Rifle. Damage scaling is now 25, 50, 100, 200 instead of 25, 50, 75, 100. So a lot more playable late game. Huh. Interesting. This shit has double scaling diamond now. That's kind of cool. I've had one run where I was able to play this the whole time. Maybe we can do that a little bit more now. The big one is now 25, 35% of max health instead of 20, 30%. Cool, I guess. I feel like I haven't seen much destroy this season. I guess maybe they're trying to buff that. Chicken Cannon is no longer a toy. Okay, I guess. This doesn't feel meaningful at all. I don't know. I feel like Chicken Cannon is kind of a joke until it isn't. You know, you pair this with Soul of District or Dragon Melon, and you're one-shotting people, of course, right? But otherwise, it's not very good. And I don't feel like taking away the toy synergy of like, oh, you put it with model ship and now it does 2 million damage twice. You know, who cares? I don't know. Why was it a toy to begin with? This is a nothing change. Anyway. Dagger Wing. Cooldown to 7 seconds was 8, so minus 1 second a diamond. Firecrackers, max ammo to 2 was 3. So these explode really fast now. Yeah, these explode 6 seconds into the fight now. Interesting. When this is destroyed, deal 3 times this item's damage. Is this ever like a thing you would scale? Maybe. I don't know. With perma haste, it's exploding in 3 seconds. I guess you could try scaling that. Maybe. It's probably mostly just going to be used for a fast destroy trigger. Darts. This is one I'm kind of sad to see. This adjustment makes some internal implementation changes to fix some bugs and inconsistencies with this item. Cooldown 3. This item starts flying. Damage 4, 8, 16, 32. Every third hit, this deals 50% more damage. Honestly, the only thing I'm sad about here is that this is no longer 2 seconds. There was some really stupid infinites you could make with the Synpicles board. And like, you probably still can, but it's a little harder now. Still, it does start flying immediately instead of the third hit, so that's kind of interesting. Probably play it with like Kara, maybe. Actually, oh, this doesn't have the half damage anymore, does it? I don't know, maybe they just left it off the patch notes, but yeah, that's not here anymore. Instead, it's just 50% more damage instead of dealing triple every third. I don't know. Well, if it's not doing half damage anymore, you can probably play this with Kara and it's okay. Experimental Garage no longer overrides enchants on other items you have. Does it still overwrite enemy enchants? Because that's like part of the reason this is okay. If it's only enemies, I wonder how they're gonna word that, right? Maybe it's just the same wording, but it just works differently for you for some reason. All right, Hanger. Simplify this item so it's less dependent on making your items fly before they can be buffed. Your items have plus 10 damage and 10 shield when you use a flying item, vehicle, or drone. Okay, so there is an actual change here. I thought it was just I thought the only change for a second was just like, oh, you get plus 10 at the start though. No, this is a meaningful change. Sorry. Flying item, vehicle, or drone increases by 8, 16, 24. So same scaling as before? Yeah, okay. But now you can just not use flying items and you could instead just play vehicles or drones. Which is possible. You could play battle drone, right? Also, if you could just make like Gatling gun fly. And like, I feel like a lot of Stelle players don't like Gatling gun. I see it always ranked pretty low in the tier list, and I think it's just because it's hard to play on this character. I think flying Gatling gun hanger is a real board. I don't know, plus 8 every shot. It's not bad. I could see that having play, right? Also, it's buffing all your shields. So I don't know, you play with like a duct tape. I mean, you know, that's off-class stuff, right? Maybe don't think about that. Would it be good? Just like a fast shield item on Stelle. Does that exist? I don't know, you do some tethered shit. No, you couldn't play tethers. There's probably something. This is a really cool change though. I hope this item is good now. I tried playing it at the start of the season and it was kind of miserable. I think I got to a 9 win on my very best attempt. But yeah, this seems very cool. I want to play flying Gatling gun and then like battle drone stuff. That seems really neat. I like this a lot. Good change. In-flight meal. Correct issue where this item's quest did not count when skills main items fly. Okay. Inertial dampener gain tool type, so it's a lot more findable now. And then the burn scaling also went up to 2, 4, 6 instead of 1, 3, 5. All right, good change. Multi-tool starts at bronze tier, cooldown 6 from 5, but targets 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3. Okay, so better at diamond. A little bit slower though. And maybe you play it early with Ball Blaster. That's a 6-second cooldown. I don't know. Orbital Polisher is now making 90 items fly. Was 100. Okay, fair enough. I feel like, yeah, that's fine. Pogo Stick cooldown to 432 seconds was 543, so -1 cooldown. This is an interesting change. 2 seconds. You play this with sandbags, maybe? I don't know. If it's hasted, it's going every 1 second and then charging, you know, every other use charging adjacents. If you play this with sandbags, every other use is also making it charge itself for 1. It's an interesting change. Hey, you know what? Maybe this is your fast shield item to play with Hanger. Maybe. We'll see. Pinwheel cooldown reduced by 1 across the board. I like Pinwheel, so sure. Security drone's base shield has been improved at it used to just be flat 20, now it's 20, 40, 60, 80. Good shit. This guy's probably still useless, but I love him. Windbreaker base shield is now 25, 50, 75 was 20, 40, 60. Okay, sure. All right, on the Vanessa, Ballista damage is now 50 higher at gold and then 100 higher at diamond. Pretty cool. I feel like the issue with this item is it just has to queue up so many shots that it just doesn't kill in time, and this will help with that. Beach Ball's cooldown is now 4 seconds from 5. Whoa, Return of the King. This thing used to just be 4 seconds, so it would perma-haste itself, right? If you've only got, bronze, it's haste 2 aquatics or toys. So if you just have Beach Ball and then 1 other aquatic, it's perma-haste, which is very cool. You play this with like a catfish enchanted early. It's not bad. Very, very cool. The Boulder cooldown to 2218 was 2016. Sure. Cannonball trade some early game power or is strong for late game viability where ammo needs some help and reduces potential complexity of ammo builds. Items have +1, 2, 3 ammo from adjacent items have +2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's everything instead of adjacents, but it's 1 less. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. I can see this going on some early boards. Just for like another grenade hit, maybe. Card table. This is a fun one. Simplified this item. It's below average item with drawback that doesn't need it. Starts at gold tier. Remove the cooldown increase effect. So at diamond, this is a 4-second a friend gain multicast, right? What I want to play is really stupid. But it's really funny. I really want to play piano card table now. Now that this thing doesn't increase in cooldown, it sounds really funny. Piano being adjacent items, our friends, we use a friend, haste it for 1 to 2 seconds. So you make card table a friend, it gives itself multicast, and then does it twice, and then 4 times, and then 8 times. I don't know what you really do with that. It sounds really funny though. And it's probably still good. I don't know. You just what do you give a bunch of multi? Probably just Tortuga. Is that the board? Piano, card table, piano, Tortuga. You just like haste card table with like a wheel. You can't play any other friends on the board, right? Because you just want the multicast going into card table or Tortuga. Is that a real thing? I don't know. Maybe that's pushing it. It sounds funny though. I really want to mess around with this. It sounds so silly. Okay, flagship is now a flat 5-second cooldown from 765, but the damage is now scaling. It is now 50, 100, 200 from flat 50. Good change. I like it. Incendiary rounds got double the burn at all tiers. Cool. Lighthouse, this item doesn't do enough at gold tier, hoping to revive this line for late game. Cooldown is now 4 seconds from 6. When you slow, burn 816 from 6-9. Whoa, okay. Nearly double at diamond. It's a good change. I feel like I don't see much Lighthouse anymore. So that's fair. I feel like it might be too much burn. We'll see. Orange Julian, -1 cooldown at all tiers. Correct an issue where Obsidian, where the tooltip did not accurately display the date value, is a visual issue only. Okay. Rimrod, simplified this item to reload all item. What? Reload all ammo at all tiers. Oh, I see what this means. Okay, so it's no longer reloading 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just reloading fully. I see. This, alone with the crit scaling change, moves most of its power from the early game where it was strong to the late game where it's weak. The crit scaling is now 5, 10, 20, 40 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Yeah, weaker early. And that, I guess the full reload might do something cool late. Alright, Robo, simplify this item. It is now cooldown 5, 3 seconds from 8. Charge 2 from 1, 2. And then remove cooldown reduction based on tags. Okay. Weird. Huh. I guess that's cool. You can just play Diamond Robo without worrying about it. I don't know. A 5-second Diamond Robo is probably still okay too. Sure. Slumbering Primordial is now charging 2 instead of 1, 2, but the damage and damage scaling is now 15, 30. So it's actually buffed at Diamond. I like this change. I like the change they made to Dualtron a while ago that made it similar to this. Feels a lot nicer. Tropical Island now starts at Silver tier. The regen is now 5, 10, 15. Is this thing seeing play on the board yet? Probably not. Maybe with some enchanting bullshit. Maybe. The end of each fight, get a end of each fight. Okay, so you actually get these less. Never mind. It's not exciting. But okay, so at the end of each fight, get a coconut and a citrus. So you're getting 4 a day as opposed to what you were getting 6. Okay, but if you get another fight, you're at 6. So it's less. It's still less. And now it takes up more inventory because you get them both at the same time. Weird. Citrus and coconut now sell for value and have increased sell effects. Okay, so I guess that's why. Make a little bit of money off of it. But where simplified this item is now just 6 seconds cooldown from 8, but the cooldown reduction for tech items was removed. Good change. I like it. Skills. Updated the scaling of base damage, heal, shield, etc. Goals and improve viability at Gold and Diamond. Karnok gained a lot of skills. Holy shit. I'll just shout out any I think are cool. Let's see, improvise poison when you crit gain poison, maybe with Trapvine, maybe. Shatter fairies, maybe. Does he do anything with Searing Flames? When you haste an item gains burn? I don't think so. Not really. Quick freeze. Really? He didn't have this before? Okay, that's a good free skill. Reaching the summit. Circle of life. Leftmost item has lifesteal. Okay. None of these seem to matter too much. Alright, advanced synthetics. This is the... yeah. Now triggers on upgrade instead of buy. Address an issue where the buy trigger would occur prior to the skill being upgraded, resulting in a failed upgrade. Okay, got it. This is the skill that when you upgrade this now, or take it for the first time, it upgrades an item of the same or lower tier. Or no, I think it was just lower tier actually. Cool. Blind Fury now reduces the cooldown of large items. What is that? Oh, this is the Karnok skill. While you're in rage, your rage items have their cooldowns reduced by 1 second. Okay. I think interesting for Giant Sling, right? That seems cool. What else is this good for? Because I would assume it's still just 1 second. I guess Anaconda is all right for it. Is it only while you're in rage? Yeah, okay, while you're in rage. I think Giant Sling is the main one. Maybe you get a little, like maybe you can swing an extra time with the giant tree. Nothing else really coming to mind. Castle Doctrine, this is the first time you use an item. Gain rage for each property. This is now 1530 instead of 1020. Focused Rage. I thought this was a Karnok skill for a second. This is half HP. Your items gain 50% crit chance for the fight. Now, this is also charging all your items for 2. Whoa. That seems really good. Neat. Frozen Secrets. The first 3-6 times you use a relic each fight, freeze an item from 1 second was 5-10 times, but at 0.5. So overall, Yeah, this is more freeze, but just less procs, I guess. I feel like the skills could use pictures and like descriptions. I don't remember a lot of skill names. Anyway, this is the first time you burn each fight. 1-2 items. Your 1-2 of your items starts flying. Excuse me. This now starts at silver. So at diamond, this is going to be 3 items now. That's kind of cool, I guess. Ice bullets. The first 6 times you use an ammo item each fight. Freeze an item for 1 second. This used to be reload when you freeze. Okay, that's not bad. 6 seconds of freeze. That's kind of gross. Interesting. You play this with dive weights and a depth charge Yeti crab setup. Oh, actually, just depth charge itself, right? Huh. Okay. Iron sharpens iron. Now Vanessa only. Using our new tech of run persistent references, your leftmost weapon is plus 2, 4, 6 for each weapon you've bought during this run. Just going in every store buying all the weapons in hopes that you see iron sharpens iron. Yeah, that's gonna be me. Loaded fury. This is your weapons at plus 1, 2, 3 damage for each ammo on your items. This is now 2, 4, 6 damage instead of 1, 2, 3, so doubled. Then precision tools. When you haste or slow a tool, it gains 5, 10, 15 damage. This is the monster skill, but now it includes slow as well. Renovation, adding buy this. Consistent similar effects. When you buy this or level up, upgrade a property. This is the diamond pig skill. And then submerged, scaling per aquatic is now 5, 10, 15 instead of 3, 6, 9. Submerged being the skill here. Weapons and shield have plus for each aquatic you have. Doesn't seem too bad. Maybe worth picking though. All right, and that is all the patch notes. Okay, this music is hold on, I'm skipping this track. There we go. Anyway, little too fucking hype for the end of the video. Thanks for watching. No, I'll do the fucking outro. Anyway, I like all the new monsters and neutral items. They seem very cool. I was kind of surprised that there's like cool. I don't know. I kind of expected this update to be like a lot of cool neutral items and a lot of cool new monsters and legendaries, and then like not a whole lot of attention given to the heroes. But no, there's some cool stuff I want to do on these other heroes. The Karnok arm wrap stuff seems really neat. The Mac like trying to do philo stones and calcinators seems very silly. There's new Book of Secret stuff to do. Stelle hanger boards. You know, there's cool stuff. I don't know. This game is cool. I appreciate the devs for continuing to put out like cool patches like this. This shit ruled, man. And there's a lot of cool new monsters. I'm interested to see how the day 1 monsters resolve. If you can just be forced to lose on day 1, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I'm actually fairly excited for this patch. A lot more than I thought I would be. I don't know. Neutral items seemed cool, but yeah, that shit's pretty exciting. I want to do silly shit with this on Pig. HP at Lattle. Gross. Yeah, cool patch. That's all for this video. I will be live tomorrow, by the way. Playing the new patch, hanging out. Come stop by. Should be a fun time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe if you want to help me out, because you're leaving like helps with algorithm stuff. See ya.